Hi. I want to have a talk. A talk. This isn't going to be about cologne so much as I got thinking the other day, and you tell it's casual. I hit 40 this year. So I'm thinking it's a milestone. Not the milestone it used to be. 40 is not near as old as it used to be even 20 years ago. But still, it's a milestone. And I'm thinking, like, Jesus, a lot of stuff I'd want to tell myself back in my teens and early 20s to do. So I wrote a few things down. So this video might be very long. I'm probably going to break it up because it probably is going to be long. Sit through it if you want. If you don't, that's fine. It's not really anything cologne. There's one cologne thing on here, but that's it. It's just mostly stuff that I would like to tell my younger self. And maybe some of you younger guys might get something out of this. Some of you young bloods. If not, I still want to talk about it. So my channel, I do what I'm out. Start off with one of the most obvious. Being cool is not as important as we think. I'm not one of these people that, it's just being cool or being popular. No, it is important, especially to a teenager. But I wish I'd have known it wasn't the end-all be-all. I would have focused more on school. Then I would have been playing catch-up in my 30s. Not that I didn't graduate, and not that I was stupid. It's just I went right out into the workforce, basically, right after high school. And I wish I had gone to university or college instead. But I wanted the money. But it's a lot easier to be broke at 18, 19, 20 years old than it is to be broke at 30, 31, 32. It's the way it is, especially when you have bills. So being cool wasn't the big end-all be-all that you think it is. Yes, being popular is important for your self-esteem and all that stuff, but you don't have to be the most popular, the coolest guy, the coolest gal. Focus on your education. Boom. Right there. Big one. I wish I'd have listened to my parents more. Funny as that sounds, because I know a lot of you guys are, especially teenagers, are like, man, your mom and dad they're old, they don't know anything, they don't understand me. I got some news for you. They understand you better than you understand you. They know exactly what you're going through. And they've been there. And they honestly, most parents, I'm thinking, or maybe I'm just one of the lucky ones, but most parents want the best for their children. They really do. And I wish I had, especially my father. My mother was a really good mother, very good mother. She was more of the emotional. I wish I had listened to her more on an emotional level, if that makes sense. My father was more of the practical person. He tried to bestow the importance of education and this and that on me, and I was, whatever, I'm having a good time, I'm partying. And I wish I had listened to them more. So listen to your parents. They really do know what they're talking about. I know it doesn't seem like it, but you'll get to be in your late 20s, early 30s, you'll start thinking, you know what, mom and dad were right, and they're pretty cool, and you'll want to start spending time with them. Trust me. Do it before it's too late. Spend time with your parents. Listen to them. But be your own person, too. Listen, learn from their wisdom. Don't become carbon copies or anything like that. Again, education. What you know is important, but it's not everything. Who you know can be a lot more important than what you know. You can know a little bit about something and then be know somebody in that field who's pretty high up in it, whether it be a trade or a business field or a medical field, and they will open doors for you. So put yourself out there. I didn't put myself out there a lot. I wasn't a shut-in, but again, it was more just partying, having a good time, go to functions, things like that, especially at that young age, early 20s. Go to functions and fields you're interested in. Go meet people. Go talk to people. Make appointments to talk to them. Get to know people. Establish people in that field you're interested in. They will open more doors for you than any book can. Trust me. Here's the fragrance one, the cologne one. I wish I had have invested a little bit of that money at the time into a really good, high quality signature scent. I mean, I was buying a lot of designers, and they're fine. But it took me the longest time to get a hold of a bottle of Creed. I wish I had done that earlier. Something like Creed or whatever you're interested in. And wear it sparingly, but as a signature scent, if that makes sense. Don't wear it going out partying. But when you're ever in the office or at work, anytime a shirt with a collar is required, wear it. Wear it proud. It'll just help get you noticed. You know, oh, that's Wayne. He smells nice like he always does every day. Clothes. Wish I wore clothes that fit better when I was younger. When I was younger, I was all in, like a lot of young people, baggy shit. Just godly colors and big logos. Not so much in your teens, that's fine. You start getting in your 20s and you start getting into looking for a career, job. A tailor is your best friend, honestly. And every city and every small town has a tailor who can get a suit, get it tailored. I know it costs some money, but take a little bit of that money you've made and get a nice tailored suit with a nice matching, shirt, pants, tie, good shoes. These are things, I know it sounds ridiculous, stupid, but no, every man needs a nice suit. Even if you say I'm one of them guys, I'm never going to wear a suit, never wear a suit. Eventually, you're going to need a suit. Get a nice suit. A tailored suit. A skincare regime. I'm lucky. I got good genes. But I'd even better skin if I'd taken care of it better. Starting in your early teens, really. I didn't have to be a big fucking... Just some moisturizer. I had to use moisturizer more. It sounds funny, but just a moisturizer would have been helped greatly. License and a vehicle as soon as possible. I talked about people opening doors for you. Nothing will open doors for a job like having a license and a vehicle. Keep your license, your driving record, your driving abstract clean too. Companies don't like to look at your driving record and see you've got half a dozen DUIs and accidents and tickets, and keep it as clean as possible. Never drink and drive. There's no excuse. I don't care. You can come on here and drive. There's no excuse to get behind the wheel of a vehicle after you've been drinking. None. I've lost friends that way. I'll argue that point. I won't even argue that point. I'll just ignore you. There's no reason to drink and drive. But yeah, get your license in a vehicle as soon as. It doesn't have to be a super nice vehicle. My first vehicle was a piece of shit. I loved it, but it was a piece of shit. But it got me from point A to point B, which helped me get jobs. Take care of the vehicle, even if it is a piece of shit. Take care of it. Decent gas if you can afford it. Oil if you can afford. Change the oils. Get decent tires. Always have good brakes. Because you want to be able to get from point A to point B. Because nothing sucks worse than missing work because your vehicle broke down. Especially if it starts becoming a consistent problem, wherever you went for it, just get rid of you. You're just a liability at that point. No sense. So keep it up to date. A big one. And I'm going to save this one till the... No, I'll do that second one. A nice watch. I know it sounds trivial, but a nice watch can put a whole ensemble together. Think about it. You're in a suit, nice tailored suit with your nice shoes, your hair, your face is well groomed, you're smelling good, and you're standing there and somebody asks you the time and you go, get out your phone. No, this looks a lot better. So invest in a nice watch. Another thing that's going to cost a few $100s. But still, it's something that'll last forever if you take care of it. I wish I'd have kept mine. I had a couple of nice watches, an Esquire. I had a nice Esquire. And a nice Bulova. I sold them years ago when I needed money. I really shouldn't have, but I got a nice Esquire now, so... And I don't even wear it a lot. It's just a habit. And when I do wear it, it completes whatever ensemble I'm wearing. Even casual. T-shirt and a pair of nice shorts and a nice t-shirt with that nice watch on. Just gives you that extra oomph and class, you know. A watch in general will do that. But a nice watch will really do that. Create more time for family. Listen to family. I'm lucky. My grandmother's still alive. My grandfather isn't, unfortunately. Both my grandfathers and one grandmother is gone. But my other grandmother's still alive, and I've been making more time for her. I'm saying that like it's a chore. It's not a chore. I love going to Nan's house, and I'll sit for a couple hours. We'll play cards. I'll just listen to her stories from back in the day. We'll just talk about what's going on in my life. Same as my aunts and uncles. I try to see them at least once a month for a couple hours. It can be hard because you get a lot of aunts and uncles, cousins. But I try to see everybody at least a few times a year, especially Nan now that she's almost 90. She ain't gonna be around much longer. Realistically, I mean, she could live another 20 years, but realistically. So I try to make time. So make time for your family, guys. The next three, I think, are the most important three, and there's no typical order. What's more important than the other? Lies and secrets will eat you up inside. I mean, it's okay, I'd say, to white lie. You know, if you don't want to, you know, somebody's dying and you know they're dying, or they tell you you're dying, you know, oh, no, you're going to be fine, don't worry, don't be ridiculous. They know. But that's what I would call a white lie. I think they're okay. But lies in general, and I was a liar, because it was easier than telling the truth a lot of times. Party guys are like that, especially with women. I feel horrible about it now. I've made amends whenever I could. I've apologized to a lot of people. I think I've said it before in one of my videos. I went on an apology spree. And everybody I could get a hold of, I apologize. Some people didn't even remember. Like, what? Huh? Yeah. So, same as secrets. I mean, secrets are okay between friends. Yeah, you know, I know where this great fishing hole is. You know, don't tell anybody. All right. But you know the kind of secrets I mean, the ones that are going to hurt other people. And the secrets and lies kind of go together. You know, one of your friends is cheating on his girlfriend, or vice versa, his girlfriend's cheating on him. They ask you about it. You don't want to get involved. Say, I don't know nothing about it. You know, or you just don't say anything in general. Stuff like that. It'll eat you up inside. And it all comes out in the end. The truth always comes out in the end. So it's better just to tell the truth right away. And deal with the consequence there. If somebody is going to be so upset at you about the truth, then they knew anyway, and they're just a dick. The truth shall set you free. Yeah. How do I say it? Know when to argue and what to argue about and who to argue with. As a young adult, I would butt heads with everybody just to butt heads. I'd look for fucking verbal and physical fights. I was angry. I know it's hard to believe that now, but I was an angry young man for no reason. Mad at the sun for coming up. Like just angry. So as I've gotten older, I've learned that people are people, and they're going to be people. They're going to do what they say and say, or do what they want and say what they say, no matter how you try to educate them, either through verbal or physical confrontation. It's just not worth it, guys. No, so you will learn. But try to learn it quicker than I did. What hill to die on, because there's just certain arguments that aren't, and I mean almost all arguments. There's no real good reason to physically fight unless your life is in, or your life, or there's some physical damage that might happen. Then yes, defend yourself by all means, please. But if you can walk away from a situation where just walk away. It's not a coward thing. Actually, as far as I'm concerned, because I've lived both sides now, it takes more courage to just up and walk away than it does to throw fist. And you generally don't get hurt as much. It's a good thing. And the last thing, I guess, is probably the most important thing. Be happy. Invest in yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the most important thing you have. Honestly, invest in yourself. Find stuff you like to do. Me with collecting colognes. I mean, you guys with cologne. I mean, a lot of people are this stupid. What do you need 4, 5, 6, 700 bottles of cologne for? Well, I don't. But I like it. It's what I like. So it's what I do. Invest in yourself, guys. And that doesn't mean financially. That just means you can if you want. I mean, you want to get plastic surgery, go ahead. That's what you want. As long as it's not illegal or immoral, do it. Have fun. I mean, I realize looking forward now, I have less time looking forward than I do having back. So it's like, ooh, that's scary, man. So I'm going to do some things that I've always wanted to do. I'm going to take my own advice and invest in myself in the next couple of years. As soon as we can and can safely, I'm going to visit Italy. I always wanted to see like the Colosseum and the old Roman roads and eat in mom and pa Italian restaurants, where they just feed you and feed you and feed you. I want to get drunk off Italian wine. I don't even like drinking, but I just want to experience not just Italy, but that whole southern Mediterranean area. Italy, Greece, southern France, northern tip of Spain. I'm going to. I'm actually started saving up for it. As soon as we can safely, I'm going to. I want to skydive. Something I've always wanted to do. I'm looking into that right now. I want to zip line. I'm actually looking into that right now. You can do that here really easily. These are things I've always wanted to do. So I'm going to invest in myself a bit. Can't take it with you guys. Honestly, you really can't. So invest in yourself. Be happy. Do something. And it doesn't have to be that elaborate. Like, if you just like on your days off, sitting on the couch watching your favorite shows, maybe your favorite YouTuber, do it. If it makes you happy, do it. So as long as it's not illegal or immoral. So that's it, guys. I'm going to call it quits now. This is running a little long, this video, but yeah. So I hope that hit some of you. And maybe it didn't. Maybe it hit nobody. Maybe I'm just rambling for rambling's sake. But I hope you all have the greatest life, have the greatest days. We're all going to have bad days. That's understandable. But I hope in general your life is great. And I'll see you again sometime with another video. Great spirit willing. Peace, love, be good to each other.